Hello, people of YouTube. This is Gray's Guitars. I am Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Time to take a little bit of a break from Epiphone, although there might be another Epiphone video coming this Saturday. I'm warning you now. But today we're going to be talking about PRS best-selling SE Silver Sky models that's now available with a maple fretboard, and we got a few different colors as well. So it's going to be the same exact price as the one with the rosewood board, but there is going to be three specific finishes for the maple finish. It looks like we have a gray color, a purple color, and a greenish blue. Out of the three, the purple one kind of catches my eye the best. I mean, I think blue is probably one of my favorite colors, if not my favorite color, but I don't like the weird tint to it. It's not like bright. It's like a darker grayish blue. It's not very bright. None of these are very bright. With much fanfare and after even more anticipation, PRS launched the SE version of its John Mayer signature Silver Sky electric guitar last January. At the time, the SE Silver Sky was only available with a rosewood board. Now, though, the SE Silver Sky, like its pricier big brother, been made available with a maple fretboard and in three new finishes. New finishes are nylon blue, overland gray, and summit purple. Are specific to the maple SE Silver Sky, so you can't get these colors anywhere else. We can't get it without a if you want a rosewood board with these finishes, it's not going to happen essentially. So aside from the finishes and of course the fretboard, the maple SE Silver Sky is identical to the rosewood sibling. Okay, so the spec wise, pretty much same exact thing. Only difference is going to be this maple neck versus a rosewood. Sorry, fretboard rather. So it sports a poplar body, 25.5-inch scale length, 22 frets, 8.5 radius. That is a older style radius. I think your standard Fender, I think, is like a 9.5, I believe. You have the small bird inlays, trio of SE 635 JM pickups, which are tweakable via a signal volume and two-tone knobs, plus a 5-way blade, so your standard Stratocaster layout. Hardware is also still the same, vintage-style non-locking tuners, stand on both sides of the guitar's headstock, PRS still tremolo, also coming standard. All hardware is finished in nickel. So along with the announcement of the maple version of the guitar, however, PRS has also tweaked the lineup of the rosewood SE Silver Skies. The rosewood model originally was offered in moon white, stone blue, dragon fruit, and evergreen finishes, the later two of which have now been dropped in favor of a new storm gray and piano black looks. So, you got your standard there. Okay, so you can get, I think they're two different gray versions, aren't they? Yeah, we have an overland gray, and then we have that. I mean, that looks the same to me. That's kind of funny that they're calling it. I wonder if there's like a slightly different finish to the tint or something. So those two colors that have been discontinued, the dragon fruit and the evergreen, are now going to be higher demand, higher price on the used market, being it looks like for the time being they stopped making them. So the PRS Silver Sky Maple is now available with a gig bag included for $849, the same price as its rosewood counterpart. So still the same price, still the same specs, just a couple of cool new colors in a maple fretboard if that's your preference. So here is a bigger image of it. I went to the PRS website. So here's your overland gray, nothing fancy. Here's your nylon blue. And then here's my favorite in the batch, your Summit Purple, because you just don't see a lot of purple guitars out there. I mean, purple, you always see black, blue and gray is blue is out there, gray not so much. I feel like it's black and red seem to be like the two major colors that you see, especially on metal guitars. It's black and red. So we have related products. Let's take a look at the old rosewood model to look at all the past colors of that too, just so you have a reference, because the new colors should be in here now too. So you got moon white, piano black, stone blue, and storm gray, which, okay, storm gray might be a smidgen lighter than the, what is it called, ovation gray. Overland gray. Yeah, so the storm gray is looking like it might be a smidgen. I'm just going to try to do an AB here. Oh my god, I got to go down. Overland gray. Yeah, the storm gray is definitely lighter now that I'm looking at it on the actual PRS website. So that might be a factor too. You know, which tint of gray do you prefer? Um, And obviously, you can always, swap out the necks if you really wanted to. Buy a couple of them and flip flop the necks, and then sell one. That is an option too. That is always an option if you like one finish and one fretboard style versus the other. I'm sure the pocket should be the same for both of them. I mean, why wouldn't it? But there you have, quick little PRS video here. I still haven't got a chance to play one of these things. My local guitar center, every time I go there, I cannot find one. So I assume they are they got to be decently popular, being that they never have them there. And, they are pretty good with the stocking all the new stuff. The last time I went there, they had some newer Gibson stuff, some newer Fender stuff, Squier, Epiphone. Not too much else, in all honesty. I mean, you had your Taylors and your Martins going to the acoustic room, but for the electric stuff, the majority of it was Gibson, Fender, Squier, Epiphone. That was like their entire wall, their entire inventory. And there wasn't a lot of blank spots. A lot of it was taken up. I know, I couldn't say that a year ago. A year ago, I walked in there, that the whole wall was like half empty. Guitars were going out the wall, but now I think the guitar sales are finally slowing down a little bit at the very least. So it's getting a little bit easier to find stuff, and the prices on the used market have been pretty steady. I haven't really seen them go down too much yet. So give it time, supply, demand, all that jazz. I know a lot of people are actually kind of went to these guitars because of just the constant Fender fretting issue. Fender has had a really hard time, especially with the USA stuff, with quality control of sprouting frets. And they claim, oh, it's because the wood shrinks or whatever nonsense. But PRS doesn't have that issue. Gibson isn't having that issue. Yeah, that is a Fender exclusive issue because, they'd rather have, just keep spitting the dang things out. Finish-wise, I haven't really heard that too many complaints on the Fender side, but I can see a lot of people going to a PRS where it's essentially the same thing as a Strat, and liking it more because it has a slightly different heel joint. John Mayer Association, which, some people like them, some people don't. That's your personal preference. And not having fret sprout on the fingerboard. Because, my God, if I pick up a brand new guitar with fret sprout, no thank you. I had one guitar that I traded that had fret sprout that I was going to get fixed, but I had somebody that wanted it pretty quick, so I ended up trading it for a Telecaster that was a little bit more beat up than that Fender Mustang, and that was, oh God, like 2019 or 20. I know it was before the pandemic. But anyway, no need to drag this out any farther. We'll just make this video a little bit shorter. PRS SE Silver Sky Maple Fretboards. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, and as always, have a good one.